Well guys, it's 11 o'clock at night here in Gdańsk and it's time for me to catch a train to Krakow. A sleeper train to be precise, about 9.5 hours, going to take us all the way from the very top of Poland here in the Baltic, all the way down south to Krakow. We've got about 25 minutes before our train leaves, so we just need to find out what platform it's at. The only problem is the boards aren't on, so I'll need to find out which platform I need to get. Maybe downstairs. Well, there's absolutely no boards on, so that's a great start. What about these? Anything on? No. Oh well, that's not looking good. What I will do is, I have a little bottle of water, but I'll get another one because although there'll probably be a restaurant car on there, I don't know if it closes at night, and I don't want to be going backwards and forwards just to get a drink of water. So I'll pick something up here. We'll get a number 40. Nice and cold as well. Right, I think on my ticket it might say what platform we're on. Let me just check the app, because there's no boards on here at all, which is a bit odd. All right, we found a board here. Board that's working. So ours is this one here. 2325 to Krakow, Governor, platform 1. Let me just double check. 53-190 should be our number. Yep, 53-190. So yep, that's ours there. It's about 10 minutes delayed. 10 minutes delayed, platform 1. So I might as well go and just chill at platform 1 now. Nothing else to do in this station, so especially at this time. It's pretty much all closed. It's a sleepy city, I guess. Even in the centre at night. I mean, it is a weekday, it's a Wednesday. But it wasn't busy, it wasn't hustling and bustling. That one drunk Norwegian guy, that was pretty much as rowdy as it got. So yeah, 23:25, 10-minute delay. It's 11:05 now, so we've got about half an hour wait, which isn't too bad. Try and find a bench and sit down and chill. So yes, I've got a sleeper cabin for this one. You could get normal seats if you wanted to, but I want to get some sleep. There was 3 types you could get. There was the triple bunk, the double bunk, and the single room like bed. Each, of course, went up in price, and I went for the cheapest, which was the triple bunk. So I'll probably be sharing with 2 other dudes, but that's okay. I also opted for the bottom bunk because I didn't want to be on the top or the middle. I don't know how easy or difficult it's going to be climbing up and down those. So I was like, just get on the bottom one, and pretty much as soon as I get on, I'm going to go straight to bed because I'm quite tired. But yes, this is what the platforms in the station looks like at night. Got the big clock tower there. It looks pretty nice. So the board's changed and I wondered why. Turns out our train's now been delayed 35 minutes. So we've got quite a delay on our hands. But luckily I am not in any rush to get anywhere, so let me get back to my seat and hopefully there's still a space there. I just realised there's another digital board near where I am, so I don't have to go down there again to check. Let me show you guys. That'd be why the Praha is up there now, 23:43. Because ours is delayed so much. Delayed 35 minutes. Which is why that one is now showing ahead of ours. But not the end of the world. Well guys, the delay has increased. It's now a 43-minute delay. So that's terrible. It's almost midnight now. And still no train. Well, it's currently a 44-minute delay now, so it's just going up every minute basically. So there's no way to know how long it's actually delayed. It looks like our train has finally arrived. need number 30, but I'm not sure where it is. It started off very high and then it went down.
Dobra.
Yeah, number 30.
Yeah, this is car.
Thank you so much. Right then, we've made it to the sleeper one. It was right at the end, that weren't actually in order. It looks like they do have snacks and bits and bobs. Alright, we're number 21. Right, we're down the bottom, I think. Right, so we're in here with a very snory guy. Charming. Right, we're setting off now. So you can see there's 3 bunks, top one, middle one, now guys in snoring away. Got ladders for some people to get up there. I'm glad I'm not on the top. I'm on the bottom here. My bed's already made up. Got a nice pillow. We've got like a little bin and a little table. So it actually doesn't look too bad. I'm not sure what this is. I do need the toilet. I guess the toilet's at the end. So I'll leave my bag there and I'll come back in a second. Right guys, so here's the toilet. It's a little bit different than the other ones, but still pretty much the same thing. So we've got a little like red sink here, a little vanity mirror area, paper towels, which there's none, soap, there's no toilet paper, which is actually kind of normal for a Polish train. The last 2 videos I've done, there has been toilet paper, which is kind of rare. There's the toilet itself. I'm getting bumped around. I've just bumped into the tap button so we can see the floor. Right. That's the toilet for you guys. I'll put it up there, you can see the size of it. It's not big, but it's big enough. I'm going to now get back to my cabin and go to sleep. Right guys, so it's a little dark here, but I'll show you best what I can. I've just been given a couple of things. A bottle of water. A little chocolate bar, like a wafer. I think it's like a vanilla wafer. Interesting. My boy above me snoring, I can smell the beer on him, so he's obviously had a good night. Nothing wrong with that. And we've got welcome on board PKP Intercity train. For your comfort, we have provided a hygienic package, refreshments. Let's see what's inside. It's a little washcloth and a soap. So I guess you can wash your face in the sink, I guess. I did see there's a sink in there under that table. I'll show you probably in the morning because you'll not be able to see it, it's so dark. But yeah, interesting I guess. Little extra bits and bobs. I'll put that in my net. It's going to be a bumpy ride I think. But yeah, these are all like segmented into different areas depending on the gender. So there's the female one, there's the male one. Obviously it's not very popular tonight, it's just me and our boyo, unless someone else joins later down the line, but we'll see. Well guys, it's time for me to hit the sack. I'm in bed now, I'm all tucked up. I'm all tucked in, ready to fall asleep. I will say, I need to remember that in the morning, when I wake up, to not sit all the way up because my head will hit the bed above me. I have way less space than the train in India, which might sound surprising, but that's just how it is. So I guess I'll turn my light off and go to bed. Good night, John boy.
guys, it's very difficult to sleep on these ones. I will say I'm having a much harder time sleeping on this than I did on the Indian one. The pillow is basically like a pub coaster thick, and yeah, the fact you can't even sit up, I don't know. Not as good of an experience in my opinion. It's not too bad. The snoring was one of the issues, and people running up and down the corridors, whatever, but seems to have chilled out now, but yeah, I've had like maybe an hour or two, and I woke up again. But that's all part of the adventure. I do it for the game, the love of the game. Good morning, folks. It is currently 6:30 in the morning, so we have about 2 hours to go. Probably is a bit more, obviously, because we were quite delayed. We've passed Rouge. We're closest to, where is this? Piotrków Trybunalski. That's where we're closest to now. And we've still got quite a ways to go before we get to Krakow, but I'm awake now. I had a terrible sleep, but I'm awake, and once I'm awake I can't really get back to sleep, so I thought might as well say hello to you guys, and I guess we'll try our little snack. This will be our breakfast for today. So we've got a Nagia Goralki Kremova Vanilla. It just feels like a wafer, so we'll give this a go. I'm being very quiet because our guy here is still asleep, so I don't want to disturb him. So it's in like 2 fingers. Two fingers, and it's basically a wafer. It's actually really nice. I've never had this before, so that's good. Bit random treat to get on the train, I guess, but that and the water. We all know what water's like, but just for you guys, I'll taste it anyway. Natural mineral water, nie gazonowa, which means no bubbles, which is what I like, because I don't like fizzy water. Yeah, so that's fine, just taste that water. We're passing through some foresty-ish areas here from time to time. The train itself's been quite pleasant, like it hasn't been so jerky, it's been relatively smooth. The bed situation, I mean, you can just see how thin that pillow is. I can sleep without a pillow, luckily, but I will say that it still feels like my head is the lowest part of my body. I don't know if there's a bit of a slant, so even with that pillow I probably should have switched sides, I don't know, but it did just feel like all the blood was pooling in my head. So there's that, but the mattress top was fine, the blanket was fine, temperature wise it's been nice in here, not too hot, not too cold. We've got some storage up there, the ladders like I showed yesterday, the door shuts, which is great. And yeah, I'll show you actually under this, where you're sat on right now, under this table. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, there's a tiny little sink, which I assume you use for like washing your face, whatever. I guess you could wash more if you were by yourself, or if the guys in it didn't care, because you have your little washcloth and soap. I think it's kind of pointless. There's no shower on this train that I could see, and I know a lot of sleeper trains have showers. Even the one in India had a shower. I didn't use it, but it did have one. I just wait till I got my hotel after the train trip, and again I'll probably wait until I get to my Airbnb, wherever that'll be. I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in Krakow or just get a quick train over to Warsaw straight away today. But yeah, overall, sleeper train, it's been okay, but not the best. The train in India was actually much better, in my opinion. And that one was on time. Oh yeah guys, another thing I forgot to mention is you do have a little bin in here. It's just under the table in a little cupboard basically. So that's useful.
Right guys, so I've had a little bit of a look for plug sockets and I only found one behind like a cupboard door with a sort of like a vanity mirror, which to be honest isn't very good. I've only just seen it now. I had a look last night, but one plug for up to three people doesn't seem very good to me. So that's a massive negative on the Indian train, for instance. One thing I will say is though, I totally forgot the price. So this, bear in mind, this is the lowest class sleeper that you can get. I'm in the 3-berth. It cost me 169 zloty, which is like £35 thereabouts. Now, the Indian train cost me £50, but that was like top of the line. That was just sharing with one person. If you wanted to do that here, it would obviously cost you more. But the fact, yeah, you only get one plug socket, it's a bit of a disappointment because I've charged my things with my power bank. My power bank's now dead now, so this has to last me for the day. So yeah, not impressed with that. Overall, it's not as good as I expected. I had pretty high expectations because Polish trains are usually very, very good, but this has been a bit mid. It's not bad, but it's not great. I think if you went for one of the other ones, like the 2-berth or the single, it'd be much better. I don't know the price of the 2-berth, but the single room, if you got the single bed with the full cabin yourself, it was around, I think £90 for the lot. And I wasn't going to pay that, so I've paid 30 odd instead of 90. I couldn't justify paying that much more. But yeah, the main negatives is one plug socket for 3 people, not very good. And the beds, obviously, but this is expected. You go for the 3, you can't sit up, right? If you go for the 2, you probably can. So you can't sit up, that's a bit of a pain. But otherwise, it's been alright, it's been pleasant, it's been clean. Oh, and no shower that I can see. There might be. If you know better than I do, guys, let me know. Well guys, we're in Częstochowa at the minute. Well, just leaving it now. So not long now, we're getting quite far down the map. And it'll not be long until we're in Krakow, which will be quite nice. And I haven't been there probably, and again, in like maybe 5 years or something. It's been a long time since I was in Krakow. I was there in the summer of like 2019 maybe. And it was super hot, but it was really good. I enjoyed it there. I've like passed through once or twice since, but I've never actually went to stay. We've got a pretty cool view of the front of one of the trains because we're at the back and the way they've attached this. That's quite cool. See, a little update. A lady just came in, said we're about 20 minutes away from reaching Krakow, and if I wanted a cup of tea or something like that. So I said, yeah, I'll have a cup of tea. The one plug socket in my room does not work. So guys, I don't know if you've took this train before. If you know about another plug socket that I can't see, let me know. But to me, if there's only one plug socket for 3 people and it isn't working, that's really not good. Like, you need plug sockets on an overnight train because a lot of people like me will be using this instead of you staying in a hotel to get somewhere. You want to charge your things. It's, yeah, pretty important. Luckily, I had a power bank fairly full, but if not, I'd be fairly goose, to be fair. Right, let me get back to my room and we'll see if my cup of tea's there yet. Right then, guys, our breakfast, I guess, has arrived. We've got a little more than I anticipated. I just asked for a cup of tea, but we've got a cup of tea and a couple of buns. I guess one of these will be for our friend here who wants one. Do you want one? He's busy on his phone. But we've got a couple of these, so that's it looks like a kind of a brioche filled with peach, I guess. Interesting. So 2 of those. I'll definitely try one. And the cup of tea is actually just some hot water. They do that here sometimes, just bring you the hot water in a tea bag instead of just putting the tea bag in anyway. But we've got some black tea, a couple of sugars, but no milk. It's not so common here actually to have milk in your black tea as it is in England. But we shall survive. Not bad little table. A view. Can't really sit up properly because of that behind me. You see, now that we're further south, you start to get some hills and you'll get mountains as well. It's not so flat. Poland's mainly a pretty flat country until you get to the south where the mountains start. Let's try this, I'm interested. It's got a good weight to it, it's quite substantial. Well, it's about 400 calories, so yes, it is quite substantial. Smells decent. Just smells like a brioche. It's not really brioche because it's not as yellow with the butter content, I guess, but it tastes quite similar. It just kind of tastes similar to like one of those, when you buy them in the supermarket, like a pack of brioche buns where they've got like, they'll have like a chocolate filling or things like that. And this one's just peach. But it's pretty good. Not a bad breakfast item for us. Tastes not bad. It would be better with milk, but it's not too bad at all. Well guys, we're almost here. I'm all packed up and ready to go. Cup of tea's pretty much finished. Should be there about 2 or 3 minutes. Just coming up with the Guavna now. So we set off about 45 minutes late, but we're arriving only 20 minutes late, so not too bad, but still late. By the way, bro, I think that's for you. Done. Right guys, I think it's time to bounce. We're pretty much there. So, got my bag already packed. This is where our boyo was sleeping here. And there's another bed up there, which again, you don't get much room. It's a bit tight, but you know, that's what you get what you pay for. You go for the cheaper one, you're gonna get the smaller space. So, overall, it was an okay experience. Would I do it again? Probably not. Unless I went for the better ones, but they are more expensive, so it was just, the lack of plugs is actually really not good. But the service was nice, everyone was friendly. I had no trouble with my neighbour. I think I've got everything, phone, wallet. Just double check the wallet there guys, you definitely don't want to forget that. Right, let's get out of here. Krakow Główne, here we are. Here we are in the old capital of Poland, guys. Krakow Główne, the old main station. But before Warsaw or Warszawa was the capital, Krakow was the capital of Poland. Should we have a look at the front of our train? He didn't want to wave. But yes, not bad. To be fair, a little delay, nothing major. It was comfortable enough. The only thing I'm actually surprised at was the plug sockets. But other than that, everything was there was nothing to complain about. The bathroom, the toilet was clean, no shower, which was a little bit of a surprise. But you had a little sink in your room if you want to wash your face. Again, it was 9 hours, not 29 hours, so I understand. If you need to take this train, would I recommend it? Yeah, actually, it's not too bad. You know, it really isn't. If the two-berth is a little more, then only a little bit more, then it's probably worth doing that, just so you can sit upright in your bed while you're doing something. Oh, we got another train coming in. So, yeah, not terrible. I think I just had slightly higher expectations than the reality. I think maybe because the the Indian train skewed me so much, I had very low expectations for that, and that really exceeded them. I had plug sockets, I had good service, although all the food and drink on that was not free, I had to pay for that. It just was very cheap, whereas on here it was all included. So yeah, not 10 out of 10. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. Maybe a 6 out of 10 actually. It was good enough, but it could have been a bit better with just some plug sockets. Or if just the one I had worked, because I could have just charged my power bank. If we just had working plugs. But guys, I may be being stupid, and there may be another plug socket that I didn't know about, but I couldn't see anything, and I couldn't see our boyo use one either that was sharing the cabin with me. So that's it for today, guys. I'm now going to explore Krakow, which you'll see in the next video next week. If you want to see more train videos, I've got them on the channel. Whatever you want to see, it's on the channel. Stick around, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.